This week's Torah portion, I want to focus on one verse. So after Yehuda gives the speech of his life, one of the most important speeches, I think, perhaps in Jewish history, it changes a lot of things. Joseph suddenly breaks and he reveals who he is. And at some point he says, you can hear the words that I'm saying. Like, bring my father, you hear what I'm saying. And commentators want to understand, what does this mean, you hear the words that I'm saying? And we're told, one of the, Rashi and others say, this means he spoke to them in Hebrew, as a sort of proof that he really is Joseph. But Nachmanides doesn't buy this. He says, first of all, we have other details. The fact that he says he's Joseph, or other intimate details about his life and their life, that should disclose enough. Moreover, and this is an interesting insight into the Hebrew language, and the awareness of Nachmanides says, Abraham didn't come from a place where they spoke Hebrew. He came from Ur Kasdim, where they spoke Aramaic. Hebrew, Sfat Kodesh, is spoken in Canaan. And just like Joseph gets to Egypt, many other slaves and people get to Egypt. So it's a neighboring country. That other Egyptians spoke Hebrew wasn't rare. Moreover, Joseph was a prince. And we know that princes get great educations, much like kings, so he spoke Egyptian, Hebrew, other languages. We know this, Nachmanides also says, from Nebuchadnezzar, where he knows Hebrew in addition to Aramaic and other languages. So that's not the issue. Rather, when he comes and says, you can hear the words that I'm speaking, the emphasis is on the words coming out of my mouth, me, Joseph, and who I am today. Understand that who I am today, and perhaps there's an implicit, he's implying something to do in the dreams. I'm today the Minister of Economy, the Prince of Egypt. Just like I've been able to do everything I've done thus far, I'm the one that can revive our father and sustain him, bring him to me. The emphasis, therefore, in the words that I'm saying is not, according to Nachmanides, speaking Hebrew and an interesting insight into Hebrew, but rather Joseph standing and that he can save his father. Thoughts on the Torah portion of Vayigash. Shabbat Shalom.